also, because they are the best, absolutely the best. Sandra Drew done more USO tours than anybody else, about 80 now. So good on the DCC. Lynn Bertrang, hey Neal, did you hear what the CMA did to Huckabee? I did, and I commented on that, but I briefly touched on it. Here's where I am on it. I'm a member of the CMA. I don't hold anything against the CMA. I think I may have been on one award show to do something. I'm sure that they're a wonderful organization, and I think what they were trying to do. Now, I may be speaking out of school, and I may not even have this right. So if it's not right, y'all are watching. Just go, no, that ain't it, and then just say he's so crazy he don't even know when he's right or wrong. But at least I admit it. So I am pre-saying that I may not be right. I think the CMA hired Governor Mike Huckabee because of the governor's reputation of keeping music in schools and trying to get musical instruments into young people's hands. And he has been doing that for a long time. And so I think the CMA knew that he was plenty capable of helping raise money, help raise awareness, and he loves music. He's a bass player, and he loves music. He says that he wouldn't have been anywhere he would have been without music. So on behalf of Governor Huckabee, he was excited about the hire. Now, the second that he, and I'm probably going to say this wrong, the second that people found out, then the LG, I get the initials mixed up, and it's not disrespect, LGBT, I believe. Then they came down and basically just strong-armed the CMA and said, no, we're not going to. There's some strong people there that are lesbians and gay, and so they immediately reached out to the CMA and said, no, we're not, take us out. We're not going to support the CMA. We don't want anything to do with the CMA if you're going to have that guy on the board. And I think it probably just hit the CMA like, oh my gosh, we didn't have any idea. We didn't hire him for his religious beliefs. We hired him because we know that he believes in making music special to kids. And if you can, get them some instruments, let them learn in class, keep them in the bands, keep them active in choirs and just music in general and the arts. And so he got hammered by the LGBT organization, or he didn't. They said a bunch of stuff about him, but they basically hammered the CMA and said, we're removing. We're not going to show up. There's a guy that represents some big acts in country music, and he said, him and his husband, I think, have a kid and expecting to get two more. And I understand, good for them, good, proud of them, and they're doing great work. But because I don't know if they just thought that the governor being on the board was such a threat, or they just hated him so much. That's the deal. That's the deal. Everybody hates everybody. You know, people can have that they raised Canaan to where the governor said, look, I'm just going to withdraw. It's going to be easier. We don't want to drag the CMA through mud and through all this. So he withdrew. Less than 24 hours after he was on the board, he just withdrew and said, no, I'm okay. I'm out of there. To not create controversy, which I thought was a big, big, big deal for Governor Huckabee. And I know you may not agree with his religious beliefs, his biblical beliefs on some of that stuff. I get that. But to throw such anger and hate out there so fast, without anything, just I just thought that was kind of wrong. I didn't think it was kind of wrong. I thought it was real wrong. I thought maybe you go to the CMA, not unlike Colin Kaepernick taking a knee during the pledge. Maybe you go to the CMA and say, look, we understand that you're hiring of Governor Huckabee. We understood why you hired him. We don't agree with his religious beliefs. If there's something we could do that shows that we don't stand behind his biblical beliefs, but we're okay with him helping raise money and helping and doing the stuff in school to help kids learn to play instruments and learn about music and all that, then I think that'd have been fine. But to just buck up and say, no, CMA, Country Music Association, we're not going to have anything to do with you. If you're going to have anything to do with him, we can't believe that you did that. We can't believe, and some young lady said, she'd like to know even which board members were okay with him being on there, because I think they were going to call them out. And man, everybody just take a chill pill. But I think Governor Huckabee did the right thing. And if y'all are listening to me and don't agree with me or don't have any idea what I'm talking about, go look up Mike Huckabee, and you can read the stories, and you can find out, you can form your own opinion. That what I gave you is just my opinion. And I would say a knowledgeable opinion, but it's probably knowledgeable. It's just coming from me. That's the way I feel about it. I hope I explained it right. If I did, fine. If I didn't, fine. You'll get over it. You can come hammer me either side. I'll be all right. I'm a grown man. I can handle it. But I don't want to make no enemies. I ain't trying to make enemies. I made enough enemies just about the Pledge of Allegiance song, which I thought was wrong. Protesting during our national anthem, and I still damn think that's wrong. And I made a lot of enemies, and some of you agreed with me. Some of you a little spooked to say it, wouldn't stand up behind me, and I get it. You got careers, and I get all that, but sometimes you got to say it, and maybe that's how the LGBT, if that's the correct letters, I believe it is, felt about the Huckabee hire on the board. But they got their piece out there. They said it, and sure enough, Governor Huckabee, I think, saved the CMA a lot of grief. And then he just stepped down and said, "Okay, I'm off. I don't need to do this. I wanted to help, but so anyway, I'll shut up about it. I'll give a few more shout outs. That was my rant. Every once in a while I'll get on a rant. I ranted about the national anthem. People singing it straight. Now I've ranted about the resignation of Governor Mike Huckabee. And I say I ranted. I just brought up kind of both sides. And anyway, what do y'all think about all that? Did y'all like that? Woo! Neal McCoy talking about it. Just talking. Just going off when he chooses to go off. And I don't always mean to go off. Just some things. And I wasn't even going. A lady on here. I'd have to get back to the name. But she said what I think about it. So you set me up. So I told you what I thought about it. There you go. I'm going to scroll down. Don Allen, Denise Henson Dunlap. Hey, y'all put that on YouTube. Put that whole thing on YouTube. Somebody edit that out and put that up there and see what people think about me saying what I said. I double dog dare you. Double dog dare you. Because I got a feeling there's a lot of people that feel the way I feel about it. Not taking a side, but bringing up both sides. Let y'all decide. See? There's your side, their side, and D side.